In this episode, we're going to take a look at the newest DAO pre-proposal that brings an idea to the table to try and address SPS inflation. If this sounds interesting to you, please stand by. Hey, all you Splinterheads, welcome back. Bronze Dragon here saying, hey, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate your time. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Pass it around to your friends who also enjoy Splinterlands related content, and I would appreciate it. Okay, down to the meat and potatoes of this. I got home from work and I saw that there was another pre-proposal, and I read through it and I was kind of interested. So let's take a gander at it. I'm not going to read the whole thing through. As usual, I will leave a link in the show notes for you to go ahead and read over it before you vote on it. But let's go ahead and read through the first portion of it and get an idea of what he's talking about. First of all, this was put in by Diddy Did It 99. Okay, and the topic is resolving SPS inflation, which seems to be one of the biggest topics everyone is talking about lately because the price of SPS just continues its downward spiral. But let's go ahead and look at it. And I'm going to read it word for word so I don't miss anything, but I'm only going to read these first two paragraphs. After that, we'll summarize, and you can look at it yourself before you vote. It is important to take a step back and re-examine the economy as a whole. With the loss of so many players, the question of the total supply of SPS should be in question. With the shrinking player base, is 3 billion SPS still a logical amount at this point in time? My argument is no. At the time of drafting the proposal, the current value of SPS sits at 0.0071748 per Hive engine market data, a significant drop in value from when it was first introduced. Therefore, to stabilize the value of the Splinterlands SPS token, immediate deflationary steps need to be taken. We have real-world examples that show this is a viable solution to inflation that we are experiencing. In example, Bitcoin and corporate stock buybacks, Bitcoin in particular, shows us that scarcity is king in the crypto world. The proposal aims to take the white paper total from 3 billion tokens to 2 billion. I would prefer an immediate reduction of supply. However, to not shock the system, a trial period of 3 months is proposed, sending 2% per month of the remaining unreleased supply to be sent to the null account, effectively burning it out of the economy. Under the implementation column, since there is more than an additional 1 billion in SPS that has yet to be added to the ecosystem over the next 2 years, this will only compound inflationary pressures in the Splinterlands economy. That is why this proposal takes aim at the remaining SPS that has yet to be released. Specifically, the Foundation DAO pool will have 0.2% burned monthly. The unallocated pool will have 0.2% burned monthly. The play-to-earn pool will have 0.8% burned monthly. And the staking LP Oracle Rewards pool will have 0.8% burned monthly, all totaling up to 2% each month during the 3-month trial period. Once the test period has concluded, if this has succeeded in stabilizing SPS token and increasing the price by 5% at least, then this should continue till the total of supply of SPS is limited to 2 billion through the remaining release schedule of 65 months per the white paper. Okay, and then they go through some potential pros: scarcity, reduced inflation, enhanced investor confidence, perceived stability. I like that, perceived. Sustainable economy, long-term planning, increased engagement, community trust, marketing and public relations, potential risks, market adaptation, demand elasticity, competitiveness, player and investor sentiment. So he seems like he's put a lot of thought to this. However, if you read through the comments, and there's a lot of good comments under this, and you know me, if you've been around for very long, I'm the first one to admit that I'm not great with math. Okay, so overall, I like the idea because at first, as the player count went down, I started thinking, and this has been a discussion point time and time again, that maybe there's just too much SPS being put into the system, right? And this is dragging everything down. Well, the options are, and the options are, there are several options, and from one point being, reduce what we all make off the game, which, let's be frank, at this point in time, if they reduce what we make off the game anymore, it's just going to drive a lot of people out, more people away, right? This also dovetails in with the discussion of vouchers, okay? So when vouchers came in, well, let's step back for a minute. If you're not aware, there's also discussions going that are to the point that vouchers need to be either, they need to be done away with, in my opinion, or reduced and somehow gotten rid of slowly. But when vouchers were released, I thought it was shooting ourselves in the foot, basically to release another token into the economy, because the whole discussion of the flywheel effect with SPS and DEC relies upon that interplay and the burning of each other. When you introduce that third token that takes the stress off, the buying stress off those two, then the flywheel really doesn't have any chance to take effect, right? Okay, so with that said, I want to take and say that I like the idea of removing vouchers, or in some way, getting, whether it's just a cold turkey, get rid of them, or gradually remove them, do a trade-off, however they do it. I'm more for removing vouchers and seeing how that affects the SPS and DEC in the economy right now. Okay. Now, do I still agree that there's too much SPS? Yes. That hinges on the fact of how many people play the game, though, right? That's one of the main points is, hey, if we got a lot more people come in to play the game, then it won't be too much. Right. But then again, I'm not against SPS going fractional like Bitcoin is, right? So I can see them both on both sides, and I partially agree here. I'm probably not going to vote yes for this because it seems like the math is off. I like the idea on the surface. I think it would have to be revised by some people that are really good at math to make his idea work correctly. But I still am leaning towards the idea of I'd rather get rid of vouchers first and see how that affects the system before we start burning off SPS. So with that said, that's, it's pretty straightforward there. What do you think? Did you read through the proposal? How are you going to vote? And what do you think about this whole situation, how the interplay between DEC, SPS, and vouchers is going? And if you have any ideas, put them in the comments. With that said, this has been Bronze Dragon. I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy. This week is the 4th of July here in the States. I hope all my viewers who reside in the States are safe in their celebrations, so I can see you on the back end of this week. So with that said, I will see you in Splinterlands.